So I failed Jakafi, however you want to say it. I have now failed pretty much all the medicine I can take right now for Polycythemia Vera. How do I feel? Like this. So I have now failed officially Jakafi. And I also failed Pegasus, so I guess maybe I'm on a roll. It's a roll I don't want to be on. I think most people want to pass and do well and feel great, and even with crap side effects, but keep pushing, right? It was just intolerable for me, intolerable. I actually requested that I get off. I couldn't hack it. I know with Pegasus, I tried time after time after time. I kept trying. Because to me, there was a reason, like at least you would see some molecular change or hopes of that, right? But with Jakafi, I was on it because it's supposed to help with symptoms. It can actually reduce your numbers. It can help out, but just not the molecular change. But there are some people it has worked wonderfully for. So on my first video that I did when I decided to finally get on Jakafi, I talked about my doubts, my fears, my desires, my hope that something would come good of it. But also, you know, I was very honest in just how I felt about the whole thing. I got a comment, and I really enjoyed it because it was someone who had a positive experience on Jakafi. The comment was gone. So I wrote to him and I said, hey, listen, this is important. I mean, we need different perspectives because I can't be the only one. Quite frankly, I'm pretty crappy on drugs. You know what I mean? Let's see someone who is actually for reals doing well. And so they were kind enough and they wrote a comment on my first video. So you'll see it in my other video. I'll put a link in the description about Jakafi, how it did work for them. And I think that's fantastic. We're all different. This disease is not just a one size fits all, and neither is a remedy. So here we go. Okay. What happened on my experience with Jakafi is I started out being totally like an insomniac. Oh my gosh, headaches, dizzy, like fall down dizzy. It was not cool. I didn't feel well, get thumpy headaches. I had insomnia to where I was not functioning. I wasn't doing well. I was just up, but it wasn't like cool. Major munchies at night. When they tell you you're gonna gain weight, they're not kidding. I weigh the most I've ever weighed in my entire life after having a baby even. A lot of things. So it does have an effect on you. And as a side note, if you see someone who's overweight, hello, you never know what's going on. If you look at my videos from like a year or two ago, like I was a different weight, but all these body things have happened and I have gained, I've ballooned. I literally like ballooned out. But here's the thing is I've gained weight and lost weight before in life, and I think that most people have had something. So always be gentle because you can never know why or what, and you know. Anyway, side note. On top of that, the weight gain, I did end up trying to just go the whole way with it. So I did end up doubling to 10 milligrams in the morning, 5 milligrams at night. Well, that was something. So I'm going to tell you some of the embarrassing situation with my experience of Jakafi. I had gas like crazy in the beginning. It was awful and it was embarrassing. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about my husband. He is so kind when you do things like that. He like, seriously, he would notice, but he'd be like, and just walk away nicely. So bad. Anyway, it was a rough one. And it definitely, they weren't lying when they say this can give you flatulence, because it does, and it's super embarrassing. It was awful. But thank God for a quiet, sweet, kind, and supportive husband. My son let me know though. Thank you, 5-year-old. Anyhow, that was kind of a rough one. That was embarrassing. I did also have bathroom issues. I was super nauseous. I did puke a few times, but not too many times. I was able to hold it. I also had these inner shivers. So this, when I was first on it, it was crazy. It was weird. It was like being a frozen icicle inside and then like hot and sweaty on the outside. But it was a weird freezing, like zzz, I'm freezing chills inside. Outside I was warm. It's so weird. Very strange feeling. Not recommended. My feet have gone back to being stinking numb. It's very annoying. They didn't, for a little while, my feet, I had feeling in them. Back to numb, frozen, not cool. I got more petechiae. They say petechiae or something like that. I don't know how to say it. Anyhow, I got more of that. I don't know if you can see it right here. But I got more of that. I do have that anyway, but I got more. My itching was still there. It didn't really change anything. I still have my own shower routine, so I stayed with that as much as possible. I was weak. I was weak. I was not feeling well. I was not mentally available. So here's the thing. I have all these symptoms, but it doesn't mean that's all that happened in my life. Also, I have a 5-year-old. He started the at-home school. They did like a hybrid, and now he's in school. It's kind of crazy. So putting a 5-year-old in front of a computer is not really fun anyhow. But I was not comprehending how to actually function with a computer. It was me. It was all my thing. I tried to actually take him out of school because I couldn't function that way. I could not do it. I couldn't manage him and his school. It was horrifyingly rough. The fast note I can say is his teacher is an absolute goddess, and I love her, and she was so kind and helpful and understanding. I let her know. And I don't think you want to tell everyone, hey, I got cancer, I can't concentrate, feel like crap when I'm on drugs. But sometimes you just have to, because sometimes you just have to. You have to just tell people and just say, hey, this is too much. And I know I debated in the beginning talking to a teacher and saying, hey, I've got this. Like, you don't want that to be your only story. You want to be like the cool mom. And I still dream of being not a house mom, a school homeroom mom, or helping, whatever. I want to help out. So that is my dream. I'm still going to do it. I'm determined. But anyhow, she was very kind, very loving, and was just like, we'll work with you. Bless her soul. It took a lot of stress off of me also, because I was so worried about trying to do it and I just couldn't do it. It was embarrassing. That I wasn't functioning. I wasn't functioning in my daily life. My mom came to visit us, which was amazing, but she's a lot older and I can't put all my stuff on her. In fact, sometimes I take care of her. So it was not ideal. I did ask to be taken. And that leads us to now. So I was given a 2-week thing of 5 milligrams in the morning, reduced everything. I wasn't functioning anymore. I just could not function, and it was too much. It was intolerable. The sleeping, the exhaustion, what quality of life is this? It was terrible. And my husband, he has to pick up where I don't. And I mean, that was huge. And you can't watch your loved ones suffer because you're in some stinking thing. So it was enough. So I actually wrote to my doctor. I'm going to put letters here so you can see it. And just asked to be taken off. I just couldn't handle it anymore. So you'd think coming off would be easy. It was not. It sucked also in a different level. What was weird is by reducing, I got kind of weird insomnia again, but not great. I don't know if you can see my eyes, but they're all glossed over. I've been feeling like crap still. The interesting bit is getting off isn't super exciting and you don't feel immediately better. I felt a lot better, but not immediately, because I'd go like, oh, okay, I feel decent, and then it's just a thing. I have forgotten so much. If I did not take pictures and do daily notes, I would not remember things. I literally was blanking out. It was just not a fun experience is all I can say. For me, it sucked. Headaches, everything. It was just, it sucked. Oh, and bloating like crazy. Did I say swelling? I don't know. Swelling and bloating and grossness. Didn't feel good. So even getting off, I was feeling a lot of this. I am now about a week away from actually my last one. A week or more. I don't know. And today is one of the few days that I've been clear enough to actually say something. I have been able to do a little bit of blood cancer awareness because it is the month. But luckily I'd already written something of my feelings. It's kind of like diary stuff. and I put it up, but I have been so exhausted. I could not participate, and I'm barely functioning now. I have a couple good hours a day, which I mean is not always surprising in all the different forms, but it's been a little bit rough. So now I am feeling a lot better, but not. I had, if you notice, it's a little bit swollen, but the other day, such a swollen throat, felt like crap, exhausted, of course, sweating all my clothes off. It's gross. But I don't know if you can still see. It's a little more on this side, but both of these were swollen, sore throat. I get all the COVID things. Just so you know, I keep getting tested for COVID. Don't have it. So I'm not like being irresponsible. But yeah, I feel like crap, and even getting off it, I feel like I'm having residual effects. So in the end, I guess right now I just have to say getting off of it isn't exciting or fun either. There should be like a warning, like getting off it, you still feel like crap too. So I just feel like I have residual things. I felt like I had a cold. I felt like whatever. The swelling is kind of going, you know, it's down on this side, not so much this side, but it was really swollen. Throat was killing me. Going through the sweats the whole nine. Yesterday I went to bed at like 6:30 at night. It's ridiculous. I'm still kind of going through something, so I'm not going to be jumping up and down, but I am trying. And I think that's what keeps me going, is I'm a trier. I'm a pusher. Anyhow, best of luck if you're on Jakafi. I hope it works for you. There's proof that it worked for someone, especially in my comment. I was very happy to see that. For me, it just was not my thing.